So Taylor Swift released a new album. So exciting, right? Not like we get at least one of those every fucking year. You probably know by now that I don't listen to Taylor Swift, so naturally I don't really give a shit that she released a new album. So why am I making this video? Because every single time she releases a new album or any piece of new music, it is all over the internet. Everywhere I go, I constantly hear, oh my god, Taylor Swift released a new album, let's talk about it. I heard 2 songs off of her Showgirl album, or whatever the fuck it's called. The first was something something Ophelia, I don't even remember the name, which I'll touch up on in a second. The other was called something like Very Romantic. Really goes to show how much of a mark these songs left on me. The only reason I had any interest in listening to the latter song is because I kept seeing people mention how it has the exact same chord progression as the song Where Is My Mind by the band Pixies. A great song by a fantastic band, by the way. My curiosity was piqued, and yeah, it is exactly the same. That's so funny. Maybe Taylor's a Pixies fan? Based, if true, they're one of my favorite bands. Anyway, the Ophelia song I only heard because my uncle had the radio playing while he was working, and the announcer was like, here is Taylor Swift's new single, and I heard it, and I thought it was incredibly unremarkable. I didn't hate it, but I also didn't think this is something that I'll definitely go back to and listen to on my own accord. About a half hour later, I already completely fucking forgot how the song went. And that's how I feel about pretty much every song of hers I have ever listened to. They don't elicit any strong reaction out of me. Well, maybe except for Shake It Off. Very obnoxious song, and I wanted a projectile vomit every fucking time I would hear it be played. But yeah, by and large, I just think her music is incredibly unremarkable. I don't feel strongly about it one way or the other. It's bland, inoffensive, generic slop that I really don't care to listen to. But for some reason, so much of the world goes crazy over it. It has to be talked about everywhere, on my fucking YouTube homepage even. There was a little section promoting the album, and it was like, check out some of these Taylor Swift videos. Even though I don't look up anything related to Taylor Swift on YouTube or any search engine, that was the first time I had ever seen anything like that on my homepage on top of that, and I'm like, what the fuck am I missing? Where's the genius in her music that I am completely oblivious to? I know, different strokes for different folks. There's definitely music I'm into that others can't see the appeal in. I obviously completely understand that, but Taylor Swift specifically is just put on such a fucking pedestal. Everything she does, everything she releases, everyone needs to know about. And it's not just her fans doing this, she has an entire fucking media machine behind her. Like last month or whenever it was that she got engaged to that football player, I got news alerts on my phone telling me, oh my god, big breaking news, Taylor Swift is now officially engaged to Trevor whatever the fuck his name is. And I was like, okay, cool, why the fuck is this news so significant that I need to be notified about it? Trust me, I would love to apply the if you don't like this person or their music, then just simply ignore them rule to her. But it's like when I ranted about Imagine Dragons all those years ago, back when their music used to be played fucking everywhere. Their music was otherwise completely bland, generic, and uninspiring that I would pay zero mind to if I didn't have to constantly hear their music in a store, or a commercial, or on the radio, or wherever the fuck else that has music playing. And it's the same problem with Taylor Swift on steroids. I also don't give a rat's ass about her music. And it's music that I wouldn't pay any mind to if I didn't always fucking hear people talking about it. Whether they're hyping her album up as if it's the greatest thing ever, or completely trashing it. And when it comes to the latter, wow, you don't say. Taylor Swift released a completely fucking generic, mediocre album. It's not like she already shits out one of those every single year. Oh, but no, her songwriting is extra cringy on this one. Like, there's this one song where she supposedly sings about her fiance's dick or whatever. Cool, a grown woman likes sex. So wacky. And not like there's a million horny songs out there written by men with cringe lyrics that no one bats an eye to. And I've also seen a lot of people rejoicing and saying even the Swifties are getting sick of her antics and are finding out that her music actually isn't that good. So the other night I decided to visit a place I never never thought I would go on. The Taylor Swift subreddit. Yeah, the horror, I know. And the worst things said about her new album that I could find on there at least were just people saying, yeah, the album is just so-so and doesn't live up to the hype. Which, if that counts as Taylor Swift fans revolting against her, then I guess that's significant, but otherwise, if I'm looking in the wrong place, then I don't really care. But even if there are these barrage of Swifties somewhere that are becoming increasingly dissatisfied with her music, I have no reason to believe they won't still line up to buy the million special editions of this album that are surely going to come out that may contain, like, an extra song or two. Because for years at this point, they have gladly ate up whatever Taylor has drip-fed them, and even if they were dissatisfied with this particular album, they're probably still going to want the goodies that come with, like, the 35 fucking special editions that will come out for this album. And that's the most egregious thing about her music to me. She knows she doesn't have to put any effort into making her music actually interesting. She can release music that sounds exactly the fucking same every single year, and she knows that millions of people around the world will clap like seals and praise it to no end, and since she sees her fans as nothing more than walking dollar signs, she can re-release over and over again functionally the same album and label these re-releases as special limited deluxe editions or some shit, and she knows they will gladly eat that up. And that will remain the case for likely a long time. And since she has the entire media in the palm of her hand, every new release has to be discourse for at least a month. Oh, but you're talking about her, so you're contributing to the problem too. Yeah, like my insignificant video is really going to make that much of a difference when it comes to how relevant she is. Everyone is still not going to be able to shut the fuck up about her with or without me. She is still going to be a billionaire piece of shit, flying her private jets around for 2-minute flights and harming the air even further by spreading around even more carbon emissions. With or without me, Miss Carbon is what I like to call her. The least I can do is vent about it, and vent I did. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.